How are you feeling physically, mentally?
I'm very tired. But, I mean, there's a lot to take away from that match. I played really, really well and left all that I had out there on the court and did all that I could do. So I think there's quite a few positives to take away from and to learn from. So things are looking up, I think.
Can you talk us through the injury you had? It seems like a crucial point when you had 40 love.
Yeah, it was definitely unfortunate, the timing of it. I think my second toes are just a bit infected, and I was just jamming them a lot with how much I was moving around the court. So, yeah, that first match point, just like I felt something, and then I couldn't really put any pressure. It was my right toe, and then it eventually was my left toe also. But the trainer wrapped them really well, and I was able to move fine after that.
Did your nail actually come off? There seemed to be a suggestion.
It's about to.
How difficult is it to play? I mean, I think many of us have lost toenails. How difficult is it to try to play through that?
Yeah, it was very difficult. I'd never really had that happen before. They've been sore, but not like that. Like I said, I couldn't really put any pressure on them. So it also took me by surprise because it came on so suddenly. But I mean, it's honestly like a quick fix. It'll probably take a week to heal or something.
When you're in such a marathon of a final set, how do you deal with that psychologically?
Yeah, I've never played a match like that before where it went so long in the third set. We were both fighting our hearts out, and I mean, every point was just super long, and I mean, I got to the point where I was so tired where I just told myself to swing and move, and I mean, for the most part, it was very effective because I didn't really feel any pressure or anything, but yeah.
And you pushed the world number one so close, you know, I mean, there must be a lot of positives to take.
Yeah, for sure, a ton of positives. There's a lot that I think I can work on going home, but I think after this, I'm just gonna really focus on all that I did well and just how well I handled myself at this tournament and just how well I played, for sure.
Today's game has so many players who are real tall, real pound the ball with a lot of consistency, but this was a fantastic display of movement and grit by two more diminutive players. Could you just talk about what that means to you and competing all the time against taller players?
Yeah, I've always looked up to Halep because she's probably like 2 inches taller than me, but she's an incredible player. She uses her speed to take time away and rush her opponent, and she's super agile and dynamic around the court, and that's exactly how I play.
I mean, you've spoken a little bit about it earlier, but you know, in the third set, when you're so exhausted and you're digging deep, can you talk a little bit about what sort of conversations you have with yourself at that time?
Yeah, well, the third set, I mean, like I said, I was exhausted, so it could have been easy to get down on myself when I lost my serve, but something as simple as like, come on, Lauren, you can do it. And the body language is also very important, so.
You mentioned that you had been getting down on yourself. Could you just tell us a little bit why? I mean, you had a successful career, but why getting down on yourself?
I think it's normal, honestly, for a lot of athletes. We look at failure as a negative, and like, say you miss a shot, but like by an inch, and you do everything right. A lot of people consider that as a failure, but looking at it, like, you did everything right for the most part. So it's all about changing the way you see things and changing your perspective, and yeah, just learning not to be so critical.
The match captivated so many. Deep into the third set, did you ever have a moment that, hey, this is pretty cool, this is an instant classic, I'm out here on Laver? Any sense of the moment during the match?
Yeah, I was definitely aware of what a great match it was, but for the most part, I was dialed in and I was in the zone and trying to focus on what it was I had to do in that next point in order to be successful. But yeah, it was definitely a very, very exciting moment for me.